I am very sorry for this, Bob. By the way, Mornings with Matt and Bob. We're powered by Chewy, and you can follow along online at Matt and Bob FM on Instagram. An issue I need to talk to you about. And I feel bad because we've already talked about e-bikes, so we crushed your dream there, and I feel like we're probably doing too much EV talk.
You want to do another category?
Well, it was supposed to be talked about earlier, and we forgot.
Go ahead.
But we've been following along because it's the countdown. I guess the Cybertruck or whatever. People are starting to see them on the streets around Austin. They are, I guess, supposedly built. Am I correct? They're built here at the Austin facility.
At the Gigafactory, the Giga plant, whatever they call it.
People are writing you and sending you photos of ones that they see out in the wild. Elon was at that EV thing this weekend. He showed up in a Cybertruck.
I missed him. Just missed him.
He showed up in a Cybertruck.
Yeah, it was gone.
Here's my yesterday. I'm sorry, I keep clearing my throat. There's something in there and I can't do anything about it.
It's okay.
Yesterday, or maybe it was the day before, a video came out. Joe Musk and Elon Rogan got together, and Joe Musk fired
an
arrow into the side of one of them.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now,
bounced off.
This came out is that they said, look, to cut down on people just because we can't. There's 1 million orders for this car, and there's no way for them to get that many trucks out there very quickly, and they won't be able to ramp up for a while. So they're saying if you get one of these things, you're not allowed to sell it.
Mm-hmm. There's probably a period or whatever. I don't know how they can enforce that.
1 year. They're saying that you have 1 year.
They don't want people speculating.
Because essentially, I think they weighed that the thing that you sign when you buy one, I don't think you're buying it. I think you're buying the rights to it or something, but you're not buying the vehicle itself.
I haven't looked at the fine print. But yes.
They're saying they're going to charge you $50,000 if you try to sell it in under a year. They said the only thing is if you write to them, they may give you an exception depending on your circumstances. Mm-hmm. And not only will they fine you $50,000, but they will not allow you to buy from Tesla again. It's like they're trying to cut down on ticket scalpers. They're trying to cut down on
speculating
on car scalpers.
Yeah. That makes sense. I don't know how enforceable. I mean, maybe he's been known to.
You will fanboy.
He's been known just to shoot off his mouth.
Anything negative about it.
Well, I don't want people speculating on it. That doesn't do anybody any good. You know.
So, what do you think this is about?
He just wants to get to the. He really has tried to develop a better vehicle. Okay.
Why?
And so I think he wants to get it into the hands of the people that really want it, not people that want to make money off of it. Now, people have been making money off of cars since the beginning of time, I guess. But
benefited off of capitalism, he sure hates it if he doesn't like those resellers.
Yeah, I don't know. But I would say,
he's the first ever Silicon Valley guy who's been like, rules should be for other people, not for me. That's sarcasm.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, do what you try to do what you can do. I don't know. If you
end
want
up
to
getting
make
one of
money
these,
off of
are
it,
you going to be bothered
out.
by the idea that you can't? Would that keep you from buying it, knowing that you were trapped into it for a year?
I'm probably going to be priced out of it anyway. And with 8% on a new car, that doesn't help. So
you were going to finance it? I just figured you'd buy it outright.
No, I can't finance. I can't buy it outright. Come on, let's get real. Let's get real with.
Are you going to finance your Super 73?
Probably.
Wow.
Probably. I don't have that kind of cash lying around.
Shout out your GoFundMe. I mean, your Venmo. If people want to see
maybe we'll do a Kickstarter. Yeah. Would you like to see me on one of these?
For something that doesn't have a Kickstart?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's trying to make I think a lot of times he'll say stuff just to make a point, but it's kind of like buying Twitter. He said he would do it first before he really looked into it.
Right. I don't think he's really happy with that decision.
So he made, I mean, yeah, I think he wants to go to the truck to the people that really want it. He feels like he's built a better mousetrap. Well, it's yet to be seen. It could be an Edsel flop, but it doesn't look like. Have you seen it did you see the one that was I think it was I saw it on Instagram. Did you see the matte black one?
Yeah, I sent that to you.
It's pretty wild.
That actually
pretty good
really
looking.
Cool.
Really? That might change my mind. So far, I haven't been sold on this thing yet. It looks.
I haven't seen one. My son Dylan's seen. He's spotted 5 of them so far. None of them have gone to individual yet that I know of. They're the ones that you see on the road are employees.
Owned by the factory and probably still being last part of the test drives.
Probably, and doing a little promotion and things like
Have
that.
they even said anything about the price? That's the only thing I would be like.
No, I won't know. I keep checking my app every day.
What is it? Isn't it December 1 or something that they're supposed to start getting them to?
No, I think in the next week or so, like right after Thanksgiving, I think they're going to deliver. They're going to have a key. They're going to deliver some keys. And I think it's going to be. I'm trying to get into that event.
Please tell me these don't come with keys.
Well, whatever it is, they call it I think he calls it the handover.
Okay.
Event. They're going to hand over cars to some.
Well, my favorite part would be if he's selling these with those old GM keys, where one works for the door and one works for the ignition.
That'd be cool. So that's going to happen at the end of this month. I believe the 30th.
I thought you might. I thought you might.
I got my application in to go.
I really did think that you were going to be upset with this new thing because I thought for sure you were actually going to get it, and then after 3 months,
flip it.
No, that's what
you know me. I don't do that.
This is it in black. That actually looks pretty sleek. I mean, it's still a
dude. I don't have a problem with that. And I was at the Electrify show this weekend at COTA, and there are a lot of cars, a lot of upcoming EVs that are going to take design cues from this.
Right.
They'd be fools not to. You sound old-fashioned when you're like, well, it doesn't look good. Well, guess what? Future's here. The future's here.
And we hate it.
And if you hate it, then hate it. Drive your Model T. I don't care. It's not for you. I just hope it's functional as a truck because I want to get back into a truck.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. This design is definitely to be aerodynamic.
It's future forward.
Right? It's all utility. You gonna get the camper that goes on top?
I don't know I don't listen. I would say I would give myself a 30% chance of actually pulling the trigger on it because of what it might cost and what it might cost to finance it. So I don't know.
What's your stopping number? What number would stop you?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously 100,000.
40,000.
Okay, Bob, they're not selling this thing for $40,000.
Who's listening? Your IRS agent?
Yeah.
Why do you do this?
Why do you do this? There's nobody in this room believes that you don't have money. Okay.
I'm a cheapo.
I know you're a cheapo. That's a different checkbox than if you said, I don't feel comfortable spending the money, I would have listened to you. But when you try this thing where you're like, dude, I don't have any money. I don't know what you guys are thinking.
I don't have cash.
Well, I don't have cash.
Well,
either.
I have literally zero cash, and I haven't had cash out of the bank in months. But that's different than me being broke.
I'm just saying.
Seriously, give us a number. What's going to be the number? 90?
I don't know.
90.
I guess I would have to see what I could get in trade for my Y. That would help to know because I have to trade a vehicle in.
I hope he sues you for trading the Y.
I do too.
No, he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that. But I don't know.
If the vehicle was 90, would you consider looking into trying to figure out how to make it happen?
I'm not a 90,000. I never have been. I never will be. I'm not a 90. No, I'm not an 80. I don't think I'm an 80,000 car. I think.
How much was that
I
dual
think my
motor
point,
Y? I thought that thing was around 90.
We got it early though, and we got it on sale.
Wait, because Tesla's famous for their sales.
No,
it was one thing Tesla's known for.
No, at one time.
Hey, it's Tesla Y month. Come on down here to Tesla.
No, it wasn't a sale like that, but
prices.
It was like it was before they raised the price on it, and when full self-drive wasn't as expensive and all that stuff. So there were some perks, but I would say generally, and even people will go, ugh, but I'm not a over $60,000 car guy, and $60,000 causes me a lot of heartburn.
Well, it should.
And I know that, but that you can't even buy an SUV, a regular SUV. You can't buy a Tahoe or a Grand Wagoneer or whatever. You can't buy anything for $60,000.
New cars are for millionaires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you're probably right. But I don't think you can get a what is it? What's a popular?
Well, I'm convinced that everybody.
RV. I mean, what did you pay for
every
your?
time I see
what
somebody,
did you pay for your Pacifica like blown out?
120.
Yeah,
120,000.
See, Everything has gotten expensive.
240,000.
Food
for
is
our
expensive.
minivan.
Cars are expensive. Hookers
And
are
I didn't
expensive.
even think about it. I just walked in there and said, whatever. I don't care how much it costs. Here, and I just threw my credit card at him and said, run it on the credit card. I don't care.
I was brought up. I was with my dad when I was really young, and we went to Reedman. We lived in New Jersey. We went to Reedman, Pennsylvania to go to this big, mega dealership called Reedman's. And I sat with my dad, and while he negotiated for a car, I think we got there at noon and didn't leave till like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Right.
As he tried to squeeze a free AM radio out of the deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like he wasn't going to.
That's
how our dads bought. And
That's
I
how my father
still that part of me.
It's how my father still buys a car, except he's learned to do it via the phone now.
Yeah, right.
He likes to research dealerships in far off places
Uh-huh.
that ordered something fancy and have gotten stuck
And
with
didn't
it.
sell. Yeah, how long's it been on the lot?
Yeah.
Because they're paying taxes on it.
And then he'll go after them heavily.
Right.
You know, we've had stories about my father before.
And so I'm still like, believe me, there are things in this world I would love to have, but I can't. And I might get priced out with the Cybertruck. It's fun to dream about. It's fun that I have a number. And it was worth $100 to go through this journey. But at the end of the day, 25-30% chance that it'll ever be in my driveway.
I think it's going to be
Unless, Elon's listening right now. And
I think it's going to start off at about 67,000 or something, maybe 72. And I think
originally the number that they flashed on the screen when they introduced it was 39 something.
No,
39
really?
and change, yeah.
No.
Really?
For base one motor, base.
Still, I'm shocked. That's kind of cool, actually.
It'll be like 65, and you'll get it.
I thought the
And
thing
you're
was
gonna take
supposed to be like a super high end, very expensive. So, but if they're going to put them out there for 40 grand for people, I thought
the idea was that the
game.
body panels were. Yeah, I listened to Elon talk about production and how incredibly difficult car production is, and I believe that. But I thought one of the things that was going to keep the price down was the fact that he didn't have to bend a lot of steel. That it was a single chassis or whatever, one piece. They're not doing all these crazy. I mean, look at that, and then look at a typical Toyota car that has bends and curves and angles and everything, and a lot of pressed. What do you call that?
Sexiness.
When you bend steel like that, when you molded
you mean
body parts and things like that. These are flat pieces of steel that go together. That's got to be somewhat less expensive to engineer.
Don't have any answers for you.
I don't know.
I've never made a car. Who's on the phone?
We have Jim on the line.
What's up, Jim?
Hey, I was wondering, Chewy, I sent you a picture of one in somebody's driveway over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
One of my neighbors down the street, he works for Tesla. He's a Tesla engineer. And I saw him drive one.
Does
home
it
the other
look
day.
pretty cool in person?
Yeah. It's a lot lower to the ground than I thought it would be. I was expecting more of a pickup look. It looks more like a El Camino kind of thing.
Huh.
That might actually be
But
cool.
it was cool.
I'm sure people will end up modding them and
I
things
see it.
like that. But it has
Yeah.
it's got the high, even though you say it's low, I heard Elon say that it's got the highest clearance of any standard truck
yeah.
because there's no differential hanging down. There's no
Right.
nutsack
Right.
on the
Right,
car
right.
to hang down and catch a
Yeah.
rock.
I could still hang
Right.
I could still hang bull testicles out like
Sure you can.
hitch balls off the
Yeah.
back, right?
Sure you can.
We got to go
Sure.
early because
All right.
we missed
We gotta
one
go.
too in the
Oh,
last
dang.
break.
All right, guys.
All right,
Thank you,
thanks,
buddy.
bro.
We'll talk to you later.